Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to another on-location episode of On the Range podcast with Hogg Tactical and Kelley Defense. I am Mark Kelley from KelleyDefense.com, and joining with me, as always, is my co-host and friend, Rick Hogg from Hogg.com. How's it going, buddy?
Man, Mark, it's going great. Want to thank you, the viewer listener, for giving us your most precious commodity. Guys, we are live at Royal Range in Nashville, Tennessee at the Second Chance K9 fundraising event. We've got, I think, four-time recipient guests.
Four-time offender.
Four-time offender. Yeah, like repeat offender.
Repeat offender. So we got Travis Hall from Second Chance K9. So we're out here doing a big fundraising event, but wanted to get Travis on the show and just tell people what's going on.
You know, I wanted to get on here earlier, and it's just been wild, right? Like, you know, when you're organizing these things and trying to figure out, like, who to entice and to do, you know, it's such a big operation, and I'm super grateful for, you know, like you guys coming and my board members being here and helping, and, you know, like all of the vendors that are here and all the people and the supporters, you know. This was we were doing this every single year at another location. They switched hands and they didn't want to continue it, so we actually haven't done this event for 2 or 3 years now.
Wow.
And so, like, this is our first year back, you know, and so we're, you know, I took a whole week of leave to prep for this, you know, like from the military. I took a week off, and I know we've been prepping for this, and it's just been amazing. Like, I think our auctions are over the $10,000 or $12,000 mark at this point.
That's
you know,
fantastic.
we still have stuff that we haven't even advertised that we're going to live auction. You know, so our goal for this event was to raise enough money to provide a service dog to a veteran, you know, and they cost us about $35,000, you know, to create. And when Melissa and I concepted that's what we wanted to do. Yeah. And man, it's just been awesome.
Yeah. Well, something else that's a little unique with this one. So today's Saturday. Yesterday, you know, Friday was your patron day.
Patreon day, yeah.
So you kind of reached out to me, hey, can you want to put it out to your patrons?
Absolutely.
So we put out an invite to our crew members. So typically we have an annual crew member day. And this is just another chance. And this is where, guys, it's important where like-minded organizations coming together and, again, getting that membership-based to kind of do things together. So we had a great day yesterday. It was basically a round robin between medical training, firearms training, and CQB training.
Yeah, and it was just awesome. Yeah, and we even did it a little bit this morning. We had some blank time on the range this morning, so we took what you guys, because I backed out. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm managing this chaos. So I backed out and just relied on the awesome, because, I mean, dude, who could teach this stuff better than the people that we've brought to this table? And so I backed out and just kind of managed and watched, and you guys crushed it. And my patrons, even today, were like, hey, can we get on the range again? You know, like, can we go out and, like, the stuff that we were building on yesterday, can we build on that a little more this morning? Because we started the shooting competition, because basically we've had an open range in the morning, and then we've had a shooting competition that's actually going on right now. And then we had shooting competition. And dude, my God, like my group of people are just so excited to get out with caliber instructors and caliber people and get that knowledge transfer, you know, kind of in part, you know, and I'm blown away. Like, I haven't taught anything this weekend. I've just been like, hey, let me go get this. Oh, we're out of sodas. Let me go, you know, and I've been running and auctioning, and, you know, and so I'm just so grateful that we could do this. The Royal Range, if you guys are in Nashville or anywhere near Nashville, the Royal Range has been so amazing to us. You know, like, they donated the space to us. They've been bending over backwards to help us, you know, and you know, we've got Hogg Tactical, we've got Kelley Defense, we've got Shadow Systems here, we've got Defiant Machine Works, you know, like we had, you know, financial advisors, mental health advisors, you know, we had such a diverse group of people come to this. It's incredible.
No, and it's, you know, I think you pretty much say it's going to be a sustain. So Royal Range is probably going to be the location.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Annually.
As long as they're willing to have us. 100%.
And the thing is, what people have to understand with Royal Range, and we've come out here quite a bit and trained, they are super accommodating. If you guys have never been here, super fantastic pro shop to the front. 3 different bays, if you want to say, to shoot in. Granted, range 1, that's primarily we do our instructional stuff.
Yep.
Range 2 is their party bay, but don't think there's unsafe actions going on, right? That's where you sit there and have your bachelor parties and the disco balls going and machine guns are going. And
Oh, dude, it's so incredible. Like, you can come in, and of course there's rules to it, like, but you can come in and you can pick up things that history, like they've got, grease guns in there. They've got scars in there, like you can shoot some of the stuff here that is, won wars, like our scars in Afghanistan, the grease guns in World War II, and I think the grease gun is actually a World War II gun. I was talking to one of the guys about it.
Probably is.
Yeah, dude, it's just amazing, man. It's, this is a great spot,
Yeah.
And we're beyond excited to continue this.
Yeah.
I think instead of September, we competed a lot. There was a lot. Today is the opening bow for Tennessee.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, no, we were competing, with hardcore hunters, and so I think what we're going to do is it's an indoor range, so we really aren't limited.
No.
In our previous location, man, we were all set up outside. So rain, heat, whatever, we just had to suck it up buttercup, but here it's accommodating and awesome. And, so I think we're going to try to move this into October to not compete with so much stuff, maybe mid-October, but yeah, please put this on your calendar for next year. We're a small organization. We're not like, it's me and my wife and the board, me and my wife are pretty much the full-timers. So we can't do these multiple times a year.
Yeah.
This is our one shot, like this is our one time to gather everyone to make this a knockout of the park event, so October, come hang out with us.
Oh, dude, it's been great. Good turnout too, and the stuff that you had. I know you're going to talk about some of the prize table, but some of the auction items are fantastic as well.
Man, we have everything from an IWI 16-inch. We have a Geisley Super Duty. We have a guitar signed by John Rich from Big and Rich. We have a Les Paul from Gibson. We have off-roading stuff. We have hunts. Man, what else? It's just so much.
Well, you're not going to say it, so I'll say it. All right. So Travis actually has one of his combat tops here. So when he was running his Dog Bear, it's basically that top. It's got a beautiful American flag behind it.
Right.
So I'll call it historical value that it is. The sentimental value to Travis. So Travis is a better man than me because I don't know if I would have gave up mine.
Yeah, it's been tough.
Yeah,
it's been tough, dude. Like I have stuff out here. I have a piece of my my art from war here too, and like other friends, 20-year-long friends that have art here too. Yeah. I make explosive art. I use data sheet and do designs, and a piece of that art from Afghanistan is here on the table too. And. It's just incredible. We actually have one of Duco's bottles here. We're waiting to see who wins it because you're going to you've already agreed you're going to personalize it to them. So it's just we've got Mark Noosh, the horse soldiers in my formation. So we've got a signed bottle from him here as well. It's when we started reaching out to people, and I always feel really uncomfortable asking for things, like we don't ask, right? We make do. But what I've learned in organizing and running this nonprofit is I have to be willing to go hat in hand to people and say, I need your support, and for someone, from our history and our where we grew up, that's not something we do. Asking for help is not, it's just not normal for us, and so I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from you. I've learned a lot from, the things that you do with Duco, that you just go at it humbly, if I find if I go at it humbly and I'm true to who we are and what we're doing, that people are responsive to that, like Shadow Systems donated 4 guns.
Wow.
So when I approach this at such a level of man, I really just want this to be great, and I want to support the people that are supporting us. That's my number one. Like we were talking about it the other day, with the training side. My people are hungry. They want to learn. They want to learn more, but I want to align myself with people that I trust to put that training into them. And it's the same thing. Definitely asking you to come back and do Patreon again, or definitely setting it up so that hey, this is let's Second Chance Canine patrons get the first opportunity to fill this class, you know, and then if it doesn't fill, then we open it up to the public, you know, and my philosophy is that we should always just like kind of be trying to be better, you know, like you guys talk about that 1% a day, you know, like it's like, you know, like leave your foxhole better kind of, you know, kind of thing. And I think that's, you know, that's important, you know, and it's, for me, it's important for people to see that, you know, and to be that example, you know, so that more like, it's just like that. Like, I would love to podcast. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm not a very technically savvy kind of person, you know? So, you know,
big red button.
Big red button, you know? But I want to start a podcast called Ripples to Waves, you know? And I want to talk to anybody in the world that's trying to change the outcome of their space, you know, like their influential sphere, you know, and I want to know what they're doing and I want to talk to them about it. I don't really care about the war stories, man. Like, we all got them, you know, like, it's not my thing, you know. What I do care about is people that are trying to leave like an imprint on the world, you know, and that's what we're trying to do with Bear and his this, because, like, let's just face it, this is Bear's organization. This is not my organization. I do this for Bear. You know, I look at his picture on that plaque right there, and it just, you know, like, I want to honor him, and I want to, because he did so much for me. You know, and so Kuma's running around being wild man, you know, like, and Kuma, while it's not his son or his lineage, he's definitely picked up the mantle, you know, and he's definitely, you know, he's honoring Bear in his way, you know,
and you bring up a great point with that, right? So that's like, with their own Duco project. So we just actually helped out last week a retired SOF canine, and they wanted to thank me. I'm like, don't thank me.
Yeah.
Right? Without Duco, none of this would have been possible.
100%.
So it's like, even though he's not here, he's the one you thank.
Yeah.
So.
And Bear passed away quite a few years now, you know, but there's not a day that goes by where I don't think about him, you know, like, there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss him, you know, like, so every bit of this, and Kuma's just wandering in and out, every bit of this is just so I can keep him fresh for me.
You keep his memory alive.
It's selfish. It's so selfish, because I'm like, man, what would, like, I want to keep Kuma. Hey, Bubba.
He's been on about 4 episodes already.
Kuma's the repeat offender. I'm just but yeah, I want to honor Bear in a way that he deserves, you know, and him being like one of the very first 5th group dogs. You know, I learned everything I learned from like you and a couple other guys as far as like dog handling and how to handle it, you know, and how to move forward. And I think we just keep doing what we're doing, and we make little, dude, and it's not always great. Like, there's a lot, you know, like, there's a lot behind the scenes. There's a lot of, like, just getting down on yourself because you're not raising money, or you're broke, or, you know what I mean? Like, or people are offering you dogs that you just don't have the ability to take. You know, there's so much, there's, like, the highs and lows are like peaks and valleys, man. It's insane. And it takes a toll in itself.
Sure.
You know, like, we get offered 30 dogs a day. You know, like we get offered, and we only work with Malinois. You know what I mean? Like, we work with Malinois, German Shepherds, and Dutch Shepherds, and our peaks and valleys are so crazy because we get, like, I do this in my house. You know, like, I have like a half an acre total, you know, with front and backyard, and we do this at our house. And man, I would love to take every single dog we're offered, but I just can't. You know, like, financially, I can't.
Real estate wise,
I can't, you know, like, we have 5 dogs in our program right now, and 5 dogs is about our max. You know, one day, you know, we'll get the 100 acres that we're after, and we'll have our Viking longhouse in the middle of it, you know, with our hearth and our, you know, and like, we'll be able to run, you know, 100 dogs hopefully, you know, but that's not today. You know?
It's amazing the return, though. You know, just speaking about the Patreon alone, you talk highly of your Patreon group and our crew. I had a very positive interaction with our crew member that showed up for the thing, but I think it's those little bits of uplifting type things that really keeps you going. And I think the Patreon, that program's been good for us as well. It keeps our lights on. Gets the word out about Duco, Second Chance Canine, and stuff like that because of the podcast. It's amazing for those folks to do that stuff.
$5, man, like $5 a month, like a cup of coffee a month, and you could be one of our patrons. You know, like, and Patreon literally keeps our lights on. You know, and I'm so bad because I am in the Army still, and I am active duty, and I am running around with my head, you know, on fire. You know. I don't post a lot on Patreon. I can't. Like I'm never at a computer. I'm always on the road. And so I'm so thankful for our patrons who are just there to support us and what we do. Like days like yesterday are so awesome for me, because like I can gather people, we can spend time together, we can tell stories with each other, we can train together, and so please, if you have a desire to support dogs, our Patreon's not hard to find. It's just Second Chance Canine. But man, like this event, Patreon is a sustain. Like we've never done that before. We've never done like
that was a good turnout.
Yeah, we've never done like a day prior training event with Patreon, and that's 100% a sustain.
Oh, yeah.
And then having guys like you in the room to teach CQB, and like we had Kelley teaching pistol, and it was just so awesome because typically I have to do all, you know what I mean? And like I can't imagine trying to manage and run this whole event and get on podium.
There's no way. Yeah.
So
What you're going to see is now these patrons are going to go back, talk to their friends, right?
Yeah.
And start building that.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And it's just going to get better, right?
Yeah.
Like yesterday was our first one. No idea what I was doing. I knew I was going to buy everybody lunch, so we did like a giant Publix sandwich, and that's it. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
About a week ago, I knew you'd come in and do CQB for me, and I knew Kelley would come in, and I was like, okay, let's do this, and
it executed great.
Yeah, you did a great job, buddy.
100% sustain. Keep it going, and then hopefully, it builds that Patreon crew to
Yeah, some of my mentors, like Carl Erickson with Tactical Rifleman, his Patreon is through the roof, man. And I can't do what he does, like I can't until I retire, which is not for a little bit longer. You know what I mean? I can't do what he's like, what you guys are doing, like on the training side, and I want to so bad, and I want to give back so bad. But right now the Army's got me, and I'm being true to who I am in the Army and focusing, But my plan is when I retire, I will be the full-time representative for Second Chance Canine. I'm a volunteer now. I will still be a volunteer, but I will train. I will do this. This is my job. This is my retirement job.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I can't wait.
Okay,
dude, you're gonna kill it because here's the thing. We do a lot of those influencers who do a lot of great stuff, a lot of entertaining stuff. You are absolutely 100% changing an individual's life.
Two lives.
Two lives.
Yeah. So
every time that you have an exchange,
we rescue a dog because we're a rescue.
Yep.
So we either rescue a puppy or we rescue a younger dog, and then I spend 180 hours because that's the requirement, right? So I train that dog for 180 hours. Then we match that dog with a veteran, and we bring that veteran to us. One of the places that we do end up spending a lot of money is travel and hotels and stuff for the veterans. So we bring that veteran to us. They get 5 to 10 days based on their schedule if they can or cannot. And this is where the 100-acre ranch comes into play. Like we could bring them out. We get 5 to 10 days with them just doing a transfer. And so you're right. We're hopefully we're changing lives.
100%.
100%. And it's crazy because we come from all three of us in our previous careers come from such a team-heavy environment. Like where you have your dudes that you can rely on, and you have guys you can be like, hey man, I'm suffering today. When we retire, we lose that. We lose that support structure. And so my take on this, and we're a mental health organization. I've got LCSWs on staff. I've got all the mental health providers on staff. But my take is that this becomes a team building organization. Like we're rebuilding that team that they're lacking. And so I love it, man. I love what we do. A couple more acres would be nice. Couple.
Give it some time. So not to brag or boast, but we got some pretty big pipe hitters that listen to On the Range podcast.
That's right. So if you're a realtor guy and some space that we can.
Here's a better one. Hey man, you got some land out there? You willing to donate? You get a tax deductible receipt. Second Chance Canine.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, we have a dream. I have a kennel design. I have everything. And we're just small. It seems like a lot, but we're a sub $200,000 a year nonprofit. Like we just we're. It's partially because of me. I'm scared of growth, like I'm scared of we have that saying, I don't want to outrun my headlights, like I'm scared of outrunning my headlights.
Yep.
But at a certain point, man, I got to start taking that faith.
Yeah.
And I got to start growing, and we're working on that. We're using some fundraising strategies, and we're involving some bigger people, But yeah, man, 100 acre. He doesn't have to be 100 acres. That's my
Dude.
But I do want a Viking longhouse with a hearth down the middle where we all gather. I would 100% host this event at our place. And we would sit around the fire and we would drink mead and talk about Valhalla.
Out of horns.
Yeah, out of horns, dude. It would be freaking amazing. Yeah, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. One day we'll get big.
Well, fantastic job, man. It's been a great event. Yesterday was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And today's even better and bigger.
Well, you can hear the crowd.
You can hear the crowd.
Yeah, they just finished the shooting event, so you can hear the crowd kind of pushing in.
Yep.
Yeah.
And my wife doesn't know it, but it's her birthday today.
Yeah. Oh,
and
okay.
we're getting ready to sing happy birthday to her. And I have a ginormous cake that I bought,
Nice.
and so we're going to, that's part of it though, she's sacrificing her birthday to do this for us, and so we're all in, we're all in. The flowers haven't made it yet. I'm really hoping they get here at some point,
Okay.
I'm waiting on a delivery guy, but we're gonna put the guns away. We're gonna crack some bottles open, and we're gonna have some cake and celebrate the day.
Awesome, brother.
28 again. She's 28.
Travis, where can people find you at, buddy?
Hey, man, we're at secondchancecanine.com. Our auction is up. If you go to our Facebook, Second Chance Canine Service Dogs, the links are just everywhere on our Facebook to the auction items. Our Instagram is at Second Chance Canine. We're
just keep them at the website.
Yeah, just keep them at the
you'll
website.
You'll get zucked like me, and then all of a sudden people loot. Just go to the website. Do you have a newsletter?
We don't, but that's something we want to do.
Okay.
Yeah. That's definitely something we want to do. Our Patreon is just Patreon/Second Chance Canine, something like that. You can easily find us on all those things. Yep. We have links to everything. But man, I appreciate you guys because you guys have given me a platform like no other. Like no one else is offering me the time and the ability to talk about what we do like you guys are.
You can come on the show anytime, buddy.
No, man.
Yeah.
So we're actually talking about doing this twice a year.
Okay.
I have an Atlanta crew that wants to run and organize this whole thing, and I just get to show up and be the smiling, pretty face. Yeah. So we're talking about doing this twice a year, man.
Yeah.
If you're in the Atlanta area and you want to come hang out, man.
Where would that be at?
I can't remember the name of the range. It's we'll be blasting it.
Okay. Indoor or outdoor range?
Indoor.
Okay.
So we're sold on the indoor aspect of these ranges.
I agree.
Because we were doing it outdoor before this,
rough.
and it was rough. We were either getting rained out, sunned out, or colded out, And so this Royal Range, you are absolutely taking care of us. So we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, guys, if you like this content, go to ontheRangePodcast.com and join our crew. Also, there's going to be links in the show notes for all of Second Chance Canine stuff, including the Patreon, a great way to contribute to the cause.
Patreon is, awesome. We use Patreon for it keeps our lights on.
Yeah, so go check that out. And the show continues, as always, Rick, on the crew members page.
And for the rest of you guys, don't forget, train hard, stay safe, and we'll see you on the range.
All right.